Hi, I'm Anna at the Sewing Studio.
And I'm Tracey from the Island Sewing Cat.
And we're going to talk you through some of the features of the Brother V3 embroidery only machine.
So we can start by looking at how to use the embroidery designs that are built in with the machine. So on the screen here, we've got either embroidery or embroidery edit. So let's have a look at the edit. This embroidery would be if you're going to embroider it straight out. Edit is if we want to have a play with those designs. So these are different menus, and within each of these, you'll see we've got different designs, and on the side here it tells us different pages that we can flick through. So this particular menu has got 5 pages. I'm going to select this design here. Then comes up on the screen. If I'm happy with that design, which I quite like that one, it's got 2 different colours in there, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to press set.
And within the designs there's lots of different, isn't there? Obviously not to everybody's taste, but lots of different sizes, lots of different styles, different fonts and things, aren't there?
Yeah, there's so many designs built in with this machine. You've also got the USB port on the side, so that means that you can download different designs if you want to, save them to a USB stick and then work off that in the machine.
Yeah.
There's things like lace designs, there's in the hoop projects because they're fun, aren't they, to do? So yeah, and you can also stitch out your own designs. You just need to get those turned into Brother format. So you can do that using software, or you can use people's services online who can do that for you. And you can do that with photo stitch. So you could have maybe wedding photos. You could turn that into stitching, and then once it's in that Brother format, you could then embroider it out. And the nice thing with the machine like this, because of that big size hoop that we've got on the machine, it's 8 by 12. So that means that you can then do those really large scale embroidery as well, which is really important. So we're going to look now, so this is the design that was built in. So I'm happy with that design, but I'm going to let's add another one. So I'm going to press add. Okay, I'm going to go back, I'm going to select the same design again, and I'm going to press add. So I've got 2 on top of each other now. And what I'm going to do is press set on that one, and I'm going to rotate that one round. So I go to rotate here, and then we've got the options here. So I'm going to turn it just 90 degrees, as you can see it's overlapping, and then I'm going to rotate it like that. Now the other thing we can do is we can move that design. So you can either move it using these buttons here. If I press that one, it'll go back to the beginning, to the middle rather, or you can just use your tool or your finger, either way, to move that around. So when you're happy, like that. So you can see you can really play with these designs. Now I'm happy with it like that. I'm going to press, actually let's add some writing. So let's give it a bit more of a space. Press like that. And then we can add something else. So we go to add. And then you've got your fonts. So these are our monogramming. These are going to be our really large letters. So we don't want that. We want our normal fonts here. And we've got menu 1 of 2 different fonts here. So we're going to select one. Let's select here. And then you could write something in the middle. So let's just do, should we just do mum? So when I select it, you see it's coming up quite large. And we've got at the bottom here L, M and S. So large, medium and small. So I'm going to change that size. I'm going to make that medium. And then I'm going to carry on like that. And you see that it's come up on the screen there. And you can still change, position that, rotate it. You can even do things like array here, means that it's going to curve that. So I can curve that around like that if I wanted to. Okay, all the other way. So just have a play with your machine. You're not going to do any harm. The machine's not going to embroider out all the time. The main light on the machine is red over here. So we can see we've got a red light here, that won't embroider. Okay, so I've had a play. I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to press close now, and I'm going to press set. And then that takes us to the screen here, and this tells us how long the whole design is going to take to embroider out, and what different colour threads that we need to do. So then I'm going to go to embroidery here. Okay, and the design is ready to go. I'm then going to take my frame, and I'm going to pop that one and slide that in. We've got this lovely clip-on system here.
Do you need assistance?
I do. My glamorous assistant. Thank you very much. That slides on nice and easily.
Just in there. And then lock it in position. Nice and easy.
Yeah.
And in terms of positioning the embroidery, there's a really useful feature, isn't there?
Yeah, it's got an LED pointer on this machine. So we've got the button here. If I press this one in, like that, then the LED pointer lights up on my embroidery, showing me exactly where it's going to start embroidering. Now we can move the design on the screen. We can move it around to position it. I'm going to put it back in the middle there. That light is great. It's a feature that doesn't come on all machines, but what it does mean, so it's really helpful for positioning. Say you're trying to get that in the seam on a pocket or anything like that, that's when that feature really helps out. So I've got it positioned now in the centre, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to lower the foot, and then my light on the front of the machine turns to green, so it's ready to go. So if I press go, it's going to then work its way around. It's going to do that first colour. So it's doing the black colour, which is the one that it's asking for at the top here. What it's doing, first of all, is just doing an outside frame for us. This is just for the sample so that we can see where the design's going to go. So this is like an outside trace, and then it will do the actual embroidery within that for us. Okay, so it's done the first one, and now it's ready to do that second design there. So I'm going to lower the foot, and away we go. And this is the main part of the design now that it's starting. So we've now worked our way through the colours, and it's now finished doing the embroidery.
Let's take that out. And there we have it. And this basting stitch is really good for if you're doing something overly thick, or if you don't want to use the whole area of the hoop, isn't it? To secure it in place.
Yeah, it's really handy. Yeah, and that easy sliding system is great on this machine. The other thing is that's brilliant on this machine is, we were talking earlier about the magnetic hoops, so you can now use the really easy magnetic hoops with this machine as well. So they're additional extras, but they're worth every penny because it makes it nice and easy to get all your fabric really tight in that machine, in that hoop, ready to be embroidered out. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing just a few of the features on this lovely embroidery machine.
And if you want to know more of this machine or any of the Brother V series, head on over to our website, thesewingstudio.co.uk, where you'll find lots of information